Hi, it's me, Kara in a Box 37, and this is 37 questions no one asked me. These are very basic personal questions. What is a computer? How does a USB work? Why is your hair red? How are babies made? Hello! Questions 1 through 5, let's get into it. Question 1, what is your name and where did you get it? My name is Kara, and I got it due to a miscommunication in middle school. It was my first year at this new school, and this boy confidently called me the wrong name, Kara, and from there it just kind of stuck as my nickname, which I clung on to like the plague because I was so happy to just have a nickname. And when I had to make my first ever gamer tag, which just so happened to be a few months later, I made Kara in a TARDIS because I was obsessed with Doctor Who. And as I got a little older and a little less obsessed with Doctor Who, I decided to change it to Kara in a Box, and I've been Kara in a Box ever since. How old are you? Oh, I'm so sorry that bottom bar is there. Pretend like it isn't. We'll be happy that way. How old are you? I am 24 years old. I am a different age depending on the day. I constantly forget how old I am. I have actually had many troubles recording this and have accidentally said 25 multiple times without noticing until it got to the editing stage. So that's awkward, but I'm 24. How tall am I? I am 169 centimeters. Yeah, 169.2 actually. But my Vroid model is anyway. I am a lady who would never tell. Relationship questions. Gay? Relationship? Hardly know her. Queermo? I don't know what to type here. Also, I didn't put an N in no. Wow. Where are you from? I am from the East Coast. The Appalachian Mountains are my home, and I love them. When is my birthday? It's in October, and I was born in the year 2000s. I love Halloween. Unrelated, I suppose, but I do. Questions 6 through 10. Do you have any pets? I do. I have 2 dogs and a bunch of stray cats and a bunch of fishes. The fishes are mostly mollies. My dogs are a border collie golden retriever mix named Jolene and a little chihuahua mutt named Lacey, who is considerably older and more grouchy. Are you an extrovert or an introvert? I am an introvert. What is your favorite color? All of the warm ones. My favorite color is pink specifically, but I love all the warm colors. I love pink and yellow are my 2 favorites. Orange gets a little dicey, but I love the warm colors. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have 2 older sisters. Do you live alone? Put your number into my iPhone 16 Pro Max if you are open-minded. Oh, I love that joke. I'm sorry. I do not live alone. I live with my grandmother. I've lived with her since I was... pretty consistently since I was 14, I've lived with her. She's been sick for a long time. I helped take care of her, so... yeah, it's been 15 years. Woo! Questions 11 through 14. What do you like to do for fun? Got any hobbies? I do have hobbies. I like to play video games and hang out with my friends and family, as you can tell. We do lots of little projects together that don't get recorded. Like, the other day, my sister decided to try to be Joey Chestnut and eat 40 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Joey Chestnut's record is 76, by the way, but she was convinced she could do 40. Fun fact, 10 minutes later, she'd ate 7.6 hot dogs. Yes, we did cook 40. They didn't get wasted also, I want to point out. But yeah, these are some hobbies of mine. Weird challenges. We like to bet things and put our money where our mouth is. So, we didn't bet on money, but just for fun. Also, I like to crochet. I crochet quite a lot. I don't really enjoy the act of crocheting, but I like getting crocheted stuff, and I have the skill, so I do it. What do you like? Oh, sorry. Do you like to listen to music? And if so, what bands? I love listening to music. I listen to a lot of Taylor Swift. She's my favorite. Phoebe Bridgers, Gracie Abrams, Boy Genius, Noah Kahan, Conan Gray, Gracie's friend Audrey, who has that new song on Bowling Alley. I love it. I don't super love, I think it's Sue Me, but I love Bowling Alley. I'm obsessed with Vodka Cranberry by Conan Gray right now. But, that's the big one. Sabrina Carpenter, I like her too. She's a little controversial, but I like her. Have you ever been to a concert? I've been to lots of concerts. I've seen Avril Lavigne live in Canada. I have seen Pink live in Cincinnati, I believe. It was her Carnival tour. I have seen Taylor Swift on the Eras tour. I have seen She Who Shall Not Be Named. I guess I shouldn't have even mentioned it, but I went to a concert in North Carolina. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I've been to lots of concerts, and lots of little concerts in my teenage years. I've seen Skillet quite a few times. A lot of Christian bands. Who was your first celebrity crush? Selena Gomez, or the woman who played Willow in Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I will not be elaborating. I, of course, am straight and have been for many years. At least that's what I tell myself. But my first celebrity crush was Selena Gomez. Questions 15 through 20. Are you in a relationship? No, and I'm pretty happy about it. My sister's like dating right now. I don't want to deal with it. I've been dealing with it for years, and honestly, I am tired. I need a break. I've got too much life to like even worry about it. I'm very happy in my friendships and my relationship with my family at the moment that I don't want it. It's so much drama. I don't want it. Boys or girls? Girls. Boys have cooties. Okay, unfortunately, the answer is both. Do you have a best friend? Yes! Her name is... I was going to say her real name. I guess I should say Hoshi. She streams on Twitch and she has a YouTube and stuff. I'll link her in the description below. I believe she is the Lady Goatshi. Yeah, she's amazing. How did you two meet? So I met Hoshi in middle school for the first time. Our middle school had consolidated, so I had to go to her school. And the first ever conversation we had was about Legolas from Lord of the Rings. And we were just both nerds. So we found each other and were talking to each other. But we didn't get super close because I really hated that school. I ended up transferring the next year to a different school. And we didn't get back together until into high school. I keep saying school. But in high school... I don't know. I had just found myself kind of friendless. Most of my friends had moved to different schools through all these different circumstances, and I had a lot of acquaintances and like kind of friendly with people, but they were not people that I wanted to be friends with. I have very strict criteria for my best friends. They've got to be able to meet some things, and none of these people they didn't align with my interests enough. Like vividly, some of these friends of mine hated anime, and at the time I loved anime. Obviously I am doing VTube content right now. I'm not nearly as big into anime as I used to be, but it just it felt like none of our interests aligned. I was the weird one in all of these friend groups, and she was in a group of weird kids. And so but the problem is, not to be like I hate all the weird kids, but a lot of the weird kids were just like too weird for me, and so she was a good middle ground, and we just got really close, and now we're like best friends. It's crazy. What is your favorite way to spend time together? We like to play video games together, and I mean like in person. Before we were doing this, I would drive to her house in the middle of the night, and so I get off work at 5, and I would go to her house and be there at 7, and then we would play games until about 12, and I'd drive home, and we'd repeat that for a week or two until we finished whatever game we were playing. And yeah, so we play games together, and then also we love to shop. We shop till we drop. Questions 21 to 24. If you ended up in jail, what would your friends and family think you were in for? Well, I'm going to give you 2 answers. The answer that I came up with when I wrote this question, because I was like, ugh. I got these questions from a bunch of different sources, but when I found this question, the answer I thought, and I actually asked my grandmother about this, and she gave me a response, so I'm also going to give you her answer. I like to joke about taking my sister's tattoos when she dies, and as a result... a lot of my family thinks I want their body parts. And my dad almost had to have surgery to remove a toe. Luckily, he didn't have to get his toe removed. But, he was terrified that when they removed his toe, I was going to find a way to get said toe. And so, I think if they heard I'd ended up in jail, they would assume I had stolen someone's body parts. I really do believe that. Now, my grandmother said that was the craziest thing she ever heard. And if she heard I ended up in jail, she would assume I was in jail for assaulting someone due to hearing about their crimes they have committed, which I guess I shouldn't say is a valid concern, but there was recently a local scandal, if you will, about this girl in our county who had committed animal abuse, and I do know her fairly well. And I'm very upset about this animal abuse stuff, and it does upset me. I'm getting a phone call. Again. These people won't leave me alone. I hope that break wasn't too obvious. But I'm back, baby. Okay. I got to ask my friend what she thought about the whole jail situation since she called me. It was my friend Hoshi. And she says she thinks I would be in jail for killing a man in 1974. Because my Discord bio says I killed a man in 1974. I think that's the year, but that's the year she said, so. Next question. How is your relationship with your family? Aww, I have a very close relationship with the core family, which is my mom, my sisters, my mama, an relationship with my dad, and, yeah. And my parents are divorced, so. But that's kind of the relationship chart. How would you react if you found out someone you loved was a furry? The other day I got a notification that my cousin is a furry, and it was devastating to know that someone you think you know so well is a furry. And this is a joke question because I don't actually have beef with furries, but I do like to joke about furries a lot. So it was devastating. But no, I think there are furries that are weird, but I think that there are weird people everywhere you go. And I also genuinely, and my friend Hoshi disagrees heavily with me on this, but I don't know that what I'm doing here isn't similar to a fursuit. I just don't know. So I can't have that much beef with furries. Do you have any traditions with your family and friends? So this question was what I saw, but I added friends to it actually because I'm going to talk about a friend tradition that I thought would be fun to discuss with you. Every year for our birthdays, me and Hoshi have birthdays that are really close together. We go out and have one big, really fancy dinner, and we buy things we normally wouldn't because we don't. If we go out to eat, $20 a person is an oh my god, we should not have come here today. So, like, we like to go somewhere and we'll get, like, a steak or something real nice. And we just pay for our own meal, but it's, like, our birthday present to the other person was half of this food. And, oh. Sorry, I got a text. But, yeah. That's one of my friend traditions. That's a fun one. We also, I realized I could go back and elaborate on this. There's another tradition between my friends and sometimes family, because my sisters get involved. Every year around Halloween, we like to play a JRPG that is usually lewd and ludicrous, and sometimes it's Corpse Party, sometimes it's that live stream Escape from Hotels, whatever, I don't even remember the name of it. It's got like pig mascots. But usually, I'm not gonna lie, since this tradition came to be, it's been Corpse Party pretty consistently. We'll play like the first Corpse Party game, and then we played we actually just watched the second. We didn't play it, but then we played the third one, which is Blood Drive. And then I think the year after that we did, oh god, what is it? Deathmark. We played Deathmark. And last year we did Little Goody Two Shoes. I don't actually think that's a JRPG, but I'm not sure. Sorry, if, I don't think it is, actually. I'm gonna fully go and say I don't think it is. But, and then that live stream hotel game with the pig mascot. Values and belief-based questions. God? Karma, that's a cat, right? Always an angel, never a god. Why are we even here? Questions 25 through 30. Were you raised religious? I was raised religious. I was raised Christian. I stopped being Christian around 14. Do you subscribe to astrology? Yes and no. I am a Libra. But I don't know that, like, I don't let it super impact my life, but also I am very superstitious, so it's like tricky. If you give me my horoscope, I'll believe you. What do you find most appealing about religion? I like how it can bring people together for good causes. I know that it doesn't always, but I like that it can. It has potential there. And it helps people have a sense of belonging. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes. I have so many ghost stories I could tell, and I probably will coming in October. I have big plans for a series in October. But yeah, I definitely believe in ghosts. I don't know, like, what they are necessarily. Like, spirits, ghosts, something. There is something. Do you believe in magic? I'm going to simply answer yes and go into the next question. Do you believe science and religion conflict with one another? No, because in the thing of me believing in magic, I believe that magic is science we simply do not understand yet. And I think it always has been. Like, people used to think fires were magical, and now we have these scientific explanations of them. And I think that's just what it is. And I think we should really give grace to the fact that things are magical, pills are magical, medicine's magical, and it's also science. And both can exist at the same time. And honestly, if science wholly contradicts your religion, then there's an issue with one of those things, and it's probably not the science. Which science can be wrong. It gets proven wrong. But it's not really proven wrong. It's proven to be a misunderstanding. So, but it's based in fact, and I think that that's important. Questions 31 to 33, the controversials. Politically speaking, where do you align? I am a leftist. I'm not very happy with the Democratic Party right now, but I'm definitely not happy with the Red Hats and the Republicans. I don't have beef with Republicans who don't support the Red Hats, but I absolutely detest the Red Hats, and I want that very adamantly on the record. If you support him, don't follow me. Where do you get your political views? My mother raised me with the belief that you should treat other people how you want to be treated, and to have empathy for those around me, and understanding and kindness. And my political views come from that. The basic empathy of being able to put myself in someone else's shoes and sympathize with their situation. I think it's pretty simple. What charitable causes do you support? I support the Trevor Project. I also, like, that's my only big one I'm going to list here, because I'm not going to lie, they're the only big organization that I've super. Oh, well, St. Jude's, but I don't feel like that's the political statement I'm making here, but I do also support St. Jude's. Those are the two, like, big charities I'm going to talk about. But I also like to support my local community in any way I can. If that is free little libraries, if that is free food pantries, if it's donating your time to elderly programs around you. There was a program here recently that needed delivery drivers, and I ended up working there for a while. But before that, it was questioning donating time. And I think it's important to reach out to your community and see who needs help and help them. So that's kind of my advice on that. Content creation based questions. What is this graphic? What even is a model? Orange? Stream overlay. Questions 34 through 36. I didn't finish this. I didn't finish. Oh. Questions 34 through 36. Where did you get your VTuber model, and what is a VTuber model? Oh, what a good question. I actually have, so this is actually a page I added because I have genuinely been asked these questions on my stream. So, this is a VTuber model, what you're currently seeing. It is a 3D model that you use a software. I'm using one that does face tracking. There are a few with hand tracking, but you have to buy a Leap Motion to use those. But basically, I am puppeting this 3D model using a software called VSeeFace. Sorry, VSeeFace. I want to be more particular with that. But that's what a VTuber model is. It's what you're witnessing here. It's me. I got my model by using the software Vroid Studio. God, I can't think of it. I'll have to probably edit that. I got my model by using Vroid Studio. You can just tweak their very basic models. And I went in, I added little freckles on my arms. I don't know if you can see them. Don't know what my face looks like as I'm doing that right now. But I added the makeup on my face. I changed the textures in my eyes. I changed the face textures to have the clown makeup and some more shading. I didn't do too much with the hair yet. I'm honestly very basic. I barely changed the textures of my clothes. It's a very basic change, but I did spend a couple hours on it. But I'm hoping one day to really ump that up more. But this is what I have for now. Where did you get your streaming assets? I'm using that term loosely to mean like the background that you're seeing on the screen here and the backgrounds you see on my stream, my starting soon screens, my stream is over now, all of those, my Twitch banner, my Twitch banner, my YouTube banner, all of those things. I made them on Canva. This is also a question I've gotten before. I made them on Canva using the premium subscription. I do have a premium subscription for now, and I found people's presets and were able to use a styles button to change their colors so that they match with everything, and then I tweaked things around a little. I won't lie and say I've made amazing changes to it, but you know, I changed it up a little bit. I am planning on adding a credits page on my Twitch that has the credits to the people who originally made those starting screens and ending screens, and even this presentation you're watching was created by someone on Canva that I have edited. I will be putting them in the description as well. What software do I use to stream? I use, gosh, what is it called? Streamlabs! I use Streamlabs. I was going to use OBS, but my friend Hoshi recommended Streamlabs, and so this is just where I am. I'm using Streamlabs to get my Vroid model to move. I use VSeeFace. There's also an app on Steam called Warudo. I think that's how you pronounce it. The tracking is much more advanced there, but you have to keep much more of an eye on it because it's a little finicky, especially with me using a laptop camera. It's not the best quality. So, you have to keep much more of an eye on it. VSeeFace does a lot more just general, oh, I think she's looking straight, we'll make her eyes look straight. Oh, I think she's closing her eyes, we'll close them. I think the mouth literally just moves with sound, not even me opening my mouth. I think it's a mix of both, but I'm using VSeeFace. It's also a lot less data intensive. It takes a lot less space to run. I don't know big words, but it's a lot easier for the computer to handle. So when I'm streaming, I like to use that too because it's just easier. So yeah, let's get into the last question. Question 37 for all the marbles. I forgot to click it. What made you decide to start making content? I started watching YouTube religiously in 2013, in December. That's when I made my account. I've been watching probably starting in 2011. I was 11 years old, and at 13, making that account really changed my life. I stopped watching television. I stopped watching Doctor Who. Hell, I devoted my life to it. I followed a lot of people who turned out to not be so great people, but I also followed a lot of people who really inspired me to do better. People who inspired me to create art. People who inspired me to just be myself, and that there are weirdos out there who will like me even when I feel like there aren't. There are people out there who do enjoy Minecraft and do enjoy my little nerdy ambitions, and I'll just have to find them because, as crazy as it sounds, I was pretty hardcore bullied for my love of Minecraft and anime and Sailor Moon, and I wouldn't say hardcore, I guess I should take that back, but like, I did feel shame. I didn't want to wear Minecraft t-shirts. I didn't want to talk about Sailor Moon anymore. I didn't want people to think these weird things about me, and it felt nice to come home at the end of the day and have people on the screen who love the things I love. And I want to make content that I would have liked to see. I want to remind people to be wacky and be brave and put themselves out there and not care. It's not that serious. I'm just a 24-year-old with a laptop and Canva, and I'm just effing around. I'm having a good time. I wanted to do this because I wanted to prove to myself I could. I guess that's also part of it, is I wanted to be able to be like, I did that too. Like, this thing that I cared about for so long, I'm a part of now. So this is me really sticking my neck out there, putting myself out there, and moving a step forward. I've been making TikToks for a while, and I love making those, but this is always where I really wanted to be, but I was too scared. So this is where I am now. I hope you really enjoyed watching this video. Me myself a little bit. You'd be like, so that's it. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. This was 37 questions. No one asked me. I actually was asked quite a few of these questions, but I thought it'd be a good little get to know me kind of video. If you like the video, leave a like on it. If you like me, subscribe, because I would love to see you here again. I plan on posting some Let's Plays. I plan on posting some videos with friends. I have great plans coming for October and the spooky season. I hope you enjoyed spending some time with me like I enjoyed spending some time with you. My links are in the description. You can find me on Twitch, TikTok, and here on YouTube. And my friend who I spoke about, Lady Hoshi, the Goshi, you can find her on Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube as well. And I hope you do find both of us and enjoy our company. It has been great spending time with you once again. Thank you, thank you, thank you! Goodbye.